Sorry, 1 second here, guys. I'll make sure you guys can actually hear the game. Let's do... Sorry, I want to make sure it's getting the sound. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and hopefully I'm getting picked up decently. I think I am. Okay, cool. Cool. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I have been waiting for this game to come out, unironically. Because I've never actually played a dating simulator. Okay. Got a thumbnail on here. Sorry, bear with me, guys. There we go. I had to finish setting up the stream. It's a little weird. It doesn't take the thumbnail automatically. Now it's frozen. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and hop on in. Before we get started, what shall we call you? Oh, you know what to call me. Maybe. You know what to call me, Daddy. My nose itches. Also, background's gonna be a little darker for a while. We've got some storage that's been moved into the office, so what do you gotta do? That a little bit. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet salt water stinging the inside of your throat, as if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from, or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that, despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity. If you catch my drift. Whoa, not now, Oceans. Sorry, Spooks. May I continue? Oh, please, go on. We need to find a voice for this. Okay, then. As I was... as I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. Yeah, that doesn't fit. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit. A stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and others. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Take up the face. This is my only friend. I wonder if they're going to add other killers we can have, because that would be cool. You brush the sand away from your half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. Oh. There's no body, just this head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Oh, you probably need that to get to the afterlife. Getting your hands dirty. I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. Sorry, I need some water. Sorry. I haven't talked this much in a game in a while. You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, and so you deposit it. Why, that's a nice coin you've got there. What if you were to spend it right now? No thanks. I'm assuming I'm going to need one so I can make it to the afterlife. Look, I'm going to live with you here. That coin you found, it's mine. I dropped it yesterday. I've been looking all over for it. Dropped it into a dead person's mouth. Could you just give it back? Nope. Be that way, then. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation, as you feel something soft bump into your foot. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please. You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Oh, mama. Hi. Ooh, spicy. Oh. Wow. What a man. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Ooh, these two are spicy. They're all kind of spicy. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at all these casually dressed. Let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Oh, they're blinking. Okay, I hadn't seen the trapper blink, so I wanted to double check because I was scared for a moment. Hello. There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up those monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do you do? I'll toss it back. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. Ugh! You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Ooh. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty. But that's okay. It's normal. Try hard much? They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has come back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened? Worried? Excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Spooks. You were made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. Oh, I bit my cheek. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a little more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? That was Wraith. That means he was done with the game, too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why the slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? You'll know that you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey Spooks, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. This is a timed quiz, and it'll be very important later. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say that you are? Average. I'm pretty average, I think. Just another face in the crowd. Another normal, meaningless life in an endless cycle. I think you're quite cute myself, like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. Oh, thanks. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? I don't know why he's gonna have a Brooklyn accent. Oh, I didn't even say that because he's the Wraith. That's what I'd have. Invisibility? Same. Although sometimes I think I already am. What was your best subject in school? History. Nice. It's important to know what came before so that we are not doomed to repeat humanity's mistakes. I mean, we will anyways, but still. What's favorite animal? Out of these two, I don't know. I'm gonna say cat. Definitely a cat. But why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm the typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love of all things cats, and more specifically black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. Hey, what's your favorite color? It's purple, so this would probably be close. Nobody would expect me to pick this, so I'm going to say 3-day-old corpse. That's a pretty edgy answer, right? I'm pretty dangerous. I talk about corpses, no biggie. Those are no good to me unless they've been frozen. You'd be surprised by how quickly good meat can spoil. Or maybe you wouldn't be surprised. I'm still getting to know you. What's your dream job? Not working at all, to be honest. If we get to do what we really want, why work at all? It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade. These damned millennials. Best flavor of ice cream. Vanilla. I like vanilla. I'm basic. My favorite flavor is pain. Same. Same here. And mine is vanilla. Swirl with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream. Am I right? Hold on a second, this reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Vanilla. Best flavor is vanilla. Got a reading comprehension problem? I just told you mint chip was where it's at. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right, I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't you forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Vanilla. A rebel, eh? Not in my dating sim. You have to understand, it feels very good to end someone else's game. You should try it sometime. Oh. Fair enough, fair enough. How far back is this going to take me? No. Sorry, I'm not going to reread these. Sorry. Average. I'm going to do the same answers. Invisibility. History. Cat. Your color, 3-day-old corpse. Not working at all. I know that pissed off Trapper, which sucks because I was going to go after Trapper. He's my favorite killer in the game. He's just fun. He's easy and fun. Easy and fun. best flavor is mint chip. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hey, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and little big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I'm just looking at your hand. That's a nice hand you got there. Big hand. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. But the things I do hate, I really hate. You know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering. And society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just created a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. Hey, that's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Oh, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on. Otherwise, they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have fun as a group. Are you serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right here. I'm tired. Besides, I hate being in the sun. Okay, so we're gonna go after Trapper, because he's our favorite killer in the game. So, we're gonna go to his yacht. How about the yacht? Perfect. You obviously have a modicum of taste and good judgment. At least I hope you do. Guess we'll find out. Worst case, we'll find out how strong your bones are, how heavy you are to pick up and throw, and how fast your lifeless body sinks. Should be a pretty chill day regardless. It's Dwight and Claudette. Now hold on. For just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible. And don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you can do is help us get off this... Dwight. Yes, pardon me. Please, follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes, something I can help you with. Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. Seems like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, yes, that's true. He was. But he just meant that he wants to go get to the other vacation island getaway. A couple miles south of here. Has much fancier accommodations at this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter. Mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. Excuse me. So, what'll it be? Gotta go see my boy. Trapper is very pleased with your choice. Not just because he owns the boat, either. Clearly you understand the importance of appreciating the finer things in life. Unfortunately, though, this means these uncouth heathens are now on my beautiful boat. I'll make sure to help wash it as soon as they leave. Not exactly a genial host, but what he said isn't the worst thing about his comments. It's that he made them in front of everyone else. Loudly. They're used to it at this point, though, so it's time to get to the good stuff. Eating. As the guest of honor, you can choose the appetizer. Here's the menu. What do you want served? Raw, simple, tasty. Maybe even a little risky. It's beef carpaccio, all the way for me. Oh wait, that was my voice. I'm sure a group with such particular tastes will all surely love it. Great choice. It's my favorite. Sometimes it's too cold to start fire, so you eat what you can, how you can. Roast, not just meat, but raw meat? Will you be wearing a fur coat through the meal too? No, it's far too warm for that. Maybe some fun little sleepers. The starters arrive with trays of food as everyone stands around and makes conversation. Thought that was gonna be the trapper's choice, but enjoy, please, for our sake. They get to Trapper glaring at them for daring to speak directly to you, but Dwight pushes on anyways. Can we get you anything else? Trapper would want me to get rid of them. What you can get is lost now. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh. I'm not a mean person. Trapper snickers at your casual abuse of these lowly survivors. I guess when you've got a bunch of giant metal hooks shoved through your skin, you form a special kind of relationship with pain. Dwight wipes away a tear. You should have known better than to talk to the likes of you. Oh, I feel so bad. Now, I do plan on going through... I don't know if I already said this. I plan on going through and getting with all four of them. Now the help has gone, the killers. You know, the killers is a bit harsh. They haven't killed anyone today. Should we call them suitors or something? I don't know. That lacks a bit of a punch. I'm sticking with killers. The killers have begun to hover around you. They each seem to be waiting for a moment alone with you. Except Wraith. He seems to be studying the corner of the room, definitely avoiding any engagement with you at all costs. Who will you allow to steal you away for a quick second? Oh, man. You make eye contact with Trapper, and he immediately pushes the others aside. You already show promise as a prospective mate. Wow, moving a little fast. Therefore, I'd actually like to get to know you better. So I'll let you in on a secret. When the time comes, I have a private little getaway here on the island. No one else knows about it. It's to die in. It's to die for. It's a hidden spot where I enjoy all of life's many bounties. I want to show it to you. Not because you're worthy of it just yet, though. Mainly because it'll piss everyone else off you chose me. I always like to remind them who's really in charge around here. Oh, yeah. And also that part about getting to know you better, that's important too. I guess. Everyone put down your appetizers. I'm bored and on my yacht that's unacceptable. Declan. Yes, sir? Prepare a libation, something that'll impress our new guest. By the looks of them, shouldn't take much. Carla, make sure we've got both boozy and non-alcoholic versions available. Nobody has to drink if they don't want to. I'm a killer, not an asshole. I appreciate that. Declan. Carla? I thought their names were Dwight and Claudette. Who the hell are Dwight and Claudette? Hey, Daryl and Christina. You know those two? Maybe they work on that other island. You, Spooks. Ready your mouth. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow, this guy really knows how to sell a drink. Well, undoubtedly crass, he does have a point. A minigame is incoming, and the success or failure of your quest may very well depend on your readiness of your mouthful. Minigames consist of two parts. On top, a pointer, which rotates in a clockwise direction. On the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing. Oh, I've got to get a skill check. Sometimes the target is immediately visible. Sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the space bar to stop the pointer well over the target to win. Fail to land the target, and you will lose. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? This is pretty easy. The party never stops. Did I get it? Oops. Whew, got achievement. That was intense. This whole amnesiac thing is already a lot to take in without also pouring a bunch of drinks on top of it, so it's not unexpected that you didn't perform perfectly. Lucky for you, my desire for perfection is only matched by my enjoyment in watching losers fail publicly. But don't expect luck to get you through this forever. Is that what he said? Overwhelmed by the afternoon's activity, you feel yourself spinning out of control. Was it the drinks? The pressure to perform? The rocking of the ship? Smartly, you pound a pitcher of water before everyone goes dark around you. And it turns out a quick nap was just what you needed. Is it, though? When you come to, Dwight and Claudette are somehow already back on shore, waving at the boat. Pretty sure that means it's time to head back and leave this yacht behind. What a shame, too. Shepard planned to serve live monkey brains as an entree. Bummer. So did I fail Trapper? Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You're expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. Are you expecting some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh, great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Is Trickster here? Did not see that coming. Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected Sir. I'm sorry. Even I get nervous around crowds of killers. And my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there. You're looking good, Spooks. Real good. When we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. Probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite of you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. It's seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Hey, meat is murder. Which you'd know, considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. You need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's, like, technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Sorry. Oh. Hold back a sneeze. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Spooks, you think what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. You look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. We do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Ah, he's right for a change. Because I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. Ah, you two. And your ridiculous bicep swing contest. Enough. Grow up. Oh, hi. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. I, gotta be honest, did not notice this katana until I read that. The hell it is. I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Hey, please stop, please. I hate when we fight. Or talk. Or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azeroth. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Spooks, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, I love this game. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. We hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Okay. I got it. Perfect. 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 Dang it. Not bad. Oh, shoot. You missed completely. Dang it. Didn't impress Trapper. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner's finally served. Real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean, come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Spooks. Number 2 is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? Which I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Look at a seal. Oh, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Spooks. Pretty lame. Oh, no, you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a meal, and you've been standing in the sun. What does seagull? You just made a lot of good points. I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. You waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten. So you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey. It's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean. Not sure how I feel about the characterization, but I will allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path. Or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were? Am I right? Yes. For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up for this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on. I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked. Some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices than I like. You wake up to find Trapper holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. You had me worried there, passing out like that. Thought maybe you died. That would have been terrible. Nobody dies on this island without me killing them. You hear that? Nobody. Oh, he's worried about me. Oh, I guess I said thanks. Don't mention it. I mean that. Don't mention it. Someone might think I care for you. That can't happen. I've got a reputation to uphold. I'm starting to understand, I think. When you went down, it looked like you hit your head on the edge of that table. If it were me, the table would have been the one to crack open. I'm sure it really hurt you, though. So I figured a little ocean air might help wake you up, and I brought you down by the water. That's really thoughtful of you. What? Magnificently muscular, wealthy, artistically gifted Adonis can't also be thoughtful? Don't answer, because it's obvious. Adonis was a pussy. Killed by a boar? Get out of here with that garbage. I do find myself in an unusual position, though. Despite the overwhelming probability that I'll eventually find myself standing over your lifeless corpse, I don't want you dead just yet. So I'm here to talk to you, like a regular human person. And right now, I'm worried that I might be coming off a bit too forceful. I know my mere presence can be intimidating, but I don't want you to get the wrong impression about me, or how I feel about you. So I'll just put it out there. I might possibly like you. I can't say that about everyone, or really anyone else on this island. There's something different about you. You aren't like the others. Henceforth, I think it's time I shared something with you that I haven't shared with anyone in a long time. It's a big part of who I am, and I think I think you're ready for it. Oh no. I need some water. I need some water before we go into this. You watch as Trapper reaches into its singlet and pulls out some sort of rolled up scroll of paper. He grips it firmly in his hand. It's one of my sketches. I don't know if you know this, but I love to draw. The arts have always been a passion of mine. I did actually know that. Would you like to see it? Yes? Yes, I'd love to. I'm so excited you're ready to share this with me. Trapper does not unroll the paper and show it to you. He simply stares at you and watches your smile soften and fade. The longer he stares at you, the closer he seems to get. What an interesting response. Thanks, I hope. Trapper looks at you, a piercing look even through his mask. He smirks, but it's not clear why. Then he turns and leaves. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you. You quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Oh. Why are your boobs so pointy? Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No, no time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, go, go! Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. It's a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share. How will we decide? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taken some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule, even once? Damn it, Donald. If you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. So I don't think this is Russian, but I don't know. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so... Spooks, who do you think should go? Damn it, that's a name. Please, pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. My boy! I choose you, Trapper. Whoa. This entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuits. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? I get it. Yes, of course you want to hear my story. It's a good one. And an old one, too. This is an infamous tale about two young friends from my hometown. Best buds who did everything and anything together. Fish, hunt, fight, skip rocks, climb the tallest trees, climb the highest peaks. The more dangerous something was, the more they wanted to do it. But everything changed one day when the slightly older friend asked the other for a favor. My father doesn't want me going out with you anymore. He said we're dangerous together. We take risks we shouldn't. And if I keep hanging out with you, he says one day I'm going to get hurt. Do you think you could come by and tell my dad we'll be careful, so we can still be friends? Of course, said the other friend, who was always eager to please his best mate. So the two went to see the concerned father, who puffed away at his pipe as he listened to every promise his son's pal made about being more cautious. But when the slightly younger and slightly smaller boy finished, his friend's father responded stone-faced, "No, sorry. This is best for both of you. I don't want my son hanging out with you anymore, and that's that." The young boy was so crestfallen, he left immediately. No one would see him cry. He would not give them the satisfaction. Especially because if they did, they might tell others in town, and they'd all think him weak. Worse, his own father would never forgive his son for letting others see him that way. Are you the little boy? But he was too upset to go home right away, or be spotted on the path. So instead, he sat outside his friend's house in the little hiding spot they had often sat in during rainstorms, or when they didn't want anyone to see them trading interesting rocks they'd dug up. It was quiet as he stifled his own tears, and that's when he heard it. A sound and odor wafting alongside the pipe smoke carried on dark winds. Betrayal. Thanks, Dad. I didn't want to hang out with him anymore, but I didn't want to tell him that. He'd be a big baby about it. It's okay, I get it. Don't blame you at all either. He's soft and needy. You need strong friends. Someday, you really would have ended up getting hurt because of him. You need friends you can rely on. The muffled tears stopped, and the hiding spot that had been a pit of sadness now overflowed with rage. The boy went home. If anyone passed him on the path, all they saw was determination. That night, he spoke to no one. He ate no dinner. He slept no sleep. The next day, he got up early and sat near the tallest tree in the woods by his former friend's house. It was the one tree no kid in town had ever conquered. Its top remained untouched. He remained there till dark, before he finally went home. He did this for 8 days. On the 9th, his old mate finally passed by. Sorry, I gotta move my leg. Hey, what are you doing here? Asked the Judas. Nothing. Out hunting squirrels, and sat down to eat this apple, lied the younger boy. Oh, sure. I hope you're okay. Can't believe my dad did that. It's so unfair. Yes, it was truly unthinkable, answered the boy through a smile that carried no warmth. Yeah, well, okay, I'll see you around. But before the betrayer could leave, his old friend called out to him. I'm going to climb this tree, he said. I'm going to make it to the top. The hell you are. No one can do that, and they definitely can't do it by themselves. He had him. I can, and I will. I understand why you can't, though. Your dad said you're afraid you'll get hurt. I'm not afraid, he's afraid, replied the friend, now seething with shame and with his own rage. Oh, forget what my dumb old father said. I'll do it with you. You'll see I'm not afraid. And so the two climbed and climbed, each making it higher than they ever had before. And they continued to climb. But whether they would have reached the top will never be known. Because the turncoat, the boy who had made his father lie for him, fell before he could make it all the way up. Some say it was no accident, that his old chum pushed him. But how could he? He was the weak one, after all. Of course, such a weak child could never send his best friend to his death. This was an accident. Tragic for sure, but nothing more. Of course. A month later, though, no one could explain how the dead boy's father choked to death on his own pipe. Yeah, definitely a good call on staying quiet after that. Silence really is best at a time like this. Shit. What about you, Spooks? What did you think of my tale? Were you the boy in that story? Ugh, I don't know if this was the right one for Trapper. What a stupid, stupid question. Oh, sorry. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break. Split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special. Those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. That's cool. So that's probably a secret ending we're definitely going to have to get. My voice is running out. Oh. Okay. keep going on as long as I can. Trapper approaches you. Finally, those dweebs are gone. Now that I know we're totally alone. We can really talk. But let's get away from this ash and smoke and take a dip in the pool. Whether it's water, sweat, or my enemy's blood, I prefer my muscles glistening and not dried. A dip in the pool with a trapper. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow him. An offer like that, just don't forget our little talk. Yeah, I'm gonna follow him. You and your storyteller friends slip into the water. It's just the right temperature from an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Trapper looks surprisingly relaxed. That's definitely weird. Okay, the small bubbles rising up in the water around it might have something to do with that. Look, Spooks, I didn't want to reveal anything in front of the others. You never know when a loser is really a maggot. Now, though, I want to hear what you really thought of my story. What was its real purpose? I would say to establish dominance, but I think the real base is honesty. Show why honesty and integrity are so important. Very interesting. Very. Trapper stares at you for way too long. It almost looks like he cracks the barest of smiles, but then more small bubbles appear in the water. He's still staring. He stares for such a long time it becomes quite romantic. And then, as it keeps going on, it becomes downright horrifying. A chill runs down your spine. Finally, Dwight and Claudette show up and say everyone is reconvening at the fire pit. How dare you interrupt me? I mean us. No, wait, me. I meant me. Trapper throws his cleaver at Dwight and Claudette's feet. Where the hell was he even hiding his cleaver? More importantly, what do you think of his little cleaver toss? Haha, see how scared they both look? That was amazing. Serves the servants right. Clever wordplay. You're all right by me. Oh, I got another coin. Oh no. Trapper flips you a gold coin, which he definitely was keeping in his crotch. It's too warm to have been anywhere else. You feel your toes tingling and notice the temperature has dropped significantly. It's getting chilly in the water. Usually it's so warm around you. You mind if I snuggle up your way? Oh. Yes, I do mind. Sorry. Before we have to spend too much time watching you sit there all alone, trying to figure out exactly what you're doing with your life, we figured we'd let you know it's time for bed. And you're kind of the last person out enjoying the facilities, so, well, the thing is, you see, we can't really get our night started unless yours ends, so pack it up, kiddo. You are not wearing a bra. Your fireside sleeping arrangements await. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Trapper's story. Are you being led to your demise by an untrustworthy narrator? Hey, wait a second. I swear to you that you're not. Come on, you gotta trust me at least a little more than you trust Trapper. Nope. Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight have arrived. There are now familiar, creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing, and I didn't read the rest of what it said. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket, and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease? Just try to keep the volume to a minimum, or other guests aren't the types who want to rob of their beauty sleep. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for the less coordinated because there's no way. Doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like lose my own. Okay. As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might just adjust the dial and fix it. 92's calling to me. Well, we're gonna do 90. Let's see what's on this station. Let's see what's on this station. Nothing. Can I find the Trickster song? That's probably really loud.
Alright, let's talk about our community. For us, it means two major things. First of all, the community is you out there. It's you and everybody else, either playing the game or talking about the game or creating content relating to the game or being inspired by the game to write music or to...
Is that one of the directors? It's kind of cool.
Everybody that's part of what makes Dead by...
There we go. I'm gonna get the Legion's music in there. Oh, that's pretty. Did I already do this one? No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? Oh, my boy. Trapper, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Trapper tells you his secret for falling asleep when he's feeling restless. A heavy bearskin blanket is all you need. If that doesn't work, I just go for a late night walk and punch the first person I come across. You're a real charmer, Trapper. I'm not sure I'm brave enough to kill a bear, or skilled enough to skin it. Well, you're certainly not either of those things, as far as I can tell. Here, hold on to this. Try not to hurt yourself. Oh, cool. Trapper hands you an entire bear's paw, complete with sharp claws. It's like the most aggro version of a rabbit's foot you've ever seen. That's dope. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. Excuse me. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky. By now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. Had a good time on the private yacht today, huh? That comforting, rocking sensation. That was all me. Oh, yeah. You're welcome. You wake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Wraith stares at you awkwardly. He says nothing, just stares. You look around to see if there's something going on behind you or on either side. But nope, just staring. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the trapper right before bedtime. Are you making some sort of an alliance? Are you with... Wraith scans the horizon. Them? Just making sure you are who you say you are. Been burned before, and something seems off on this island since you've arrived. Even more than usual. Maybe we could talk more about that tomorrow. It's just, since you got here, I think we could have a really nice day tomorrow. Together. It's just you have no idea how long I've been here with these monsters. To be honest, I have no idea either. They're just awful, boring, and loud and stupid. You're different. There's finally someone here on my level. You're thoughtful, interesting, gentle. I think we could, have fun. I can show you some cool stuff if you want. That's totally cool. I get it. No pressure. In fact, probably just forget I was here. Goodbye. Good night. Finally alone, for real this time, maybe, you drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. I hope not. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... oh, geez. It is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win, no matter what happens. What do I think of newcomer? Do I have to say? Oh, I do. Okay. Attractive, mysterious. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my saffron. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer is, who newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill. Trapper, oof, where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much. Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. Hi. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think I might be missing out on some huge parts of this thing called life. Huge parts, yeah. If I'm being honest, I want to kill just about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even the few people I can tolerate, I want to see suffer for a long time before I kill them. But this person, for some reason I would like them to continue living. For now. One false step and... Well, you know, everyone calls me Trapper for a reason. They better call me Trapper. I swear if I watch this later and you list me as Evan, I'm going to kill the Chiron guy. I don't really get it. This island's full of people who don't really like me, so what's one more? I don't want to get distracted from my plan anyways. You know, I think I learned a lot about myself today. I always thought I was doomed to be alone for eternity. Only my creeping desire for revenge to keep me company. Now I know it. Oh, don't you worry. I'll be coming for you. You open your eyes, the sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great. Totally well rested. Okay, we're actually going to leave this stream here. I'm getting a very sore throat. I'm not used to talking this much, but the more I play it, the more used to it I'll be. So we will be back at this again tomorrow night, because we got to get this done. We gotta find all these secrets. We got to find Trickster somewhere on the island. So if you guys like this, let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. And make sure the little bell icon so you can see when we go live again. But until next time, guys.